Hello YouTube universe, and welcome to the Friday episode of Newkirk News. My name is Newkirk, and today I'll be going through some of the news stories of the past couple of days that interested me the most. Here's our first news story of the day. There's been some debate of whether severe alcoholics should either receive liver transplants right away when their liver begins to fail, or whether they should be on a waiting list for 6 months. And during these 6 months, they have to prove that they can stay sober. Some people on one side of the debate have agreed that these alcoholics should be on the waiting list to prove that they can stay sober. And people on the other side of the debate have said no, they can't be on the waiting list because they may not even survive these 6 months because the liver is failing. Now, I agree that the alcoholics need the liver transplant right now, because if they're willing to get a liver transplant, you already know that they're going to quit drinking. So why do you need to let them prove that they're going to stop drinking for those 6 months? I mean, it doesn't really make any sense to me. I don't know. On to our next news story. An Eastern European pack of cyber thieves known as the Rove Group have hacked into at least 500,000 computers here in the US. And according to reports, they made off with at least $14 million. And again, there's a lot of debate, not on the fact of what these thieves did was wrong, but on the fact that some people have said, this is the reason why we should have hard copies of like medical reports or bank reports and things like that. But there's a flip side to this. Because if you do have, hard copies of medical reports or bank reports, if there's a fire or something happens, God forbid, a natural disaster, you're going to lose all those medical reports and bank reports, and then you won't have anything. But on the other hand, it is good that you have the bank reports and medical reports online. However, the downside of that is what happened here. The people can hack into your bank reports, they can hack into your medical reports, and they can get all information that you don't want them to have. And that's also a downside of the cloud technology that's going on. How everything is now in the cloud, everything is connected, and you can access everything from one computer. Like for example, on Google Docs, I can put up a document on Google Docs, and then I can access it from anywhere on the computer because it's in the internet cloud. Now, if someone hacks into the cloud, they can access everything that's in the cloud. Medical reports, bank reports, personal documents, pictures, they can access everything. So, there's a good side and a downside to the technology here. Our next story comes from Paris, France. There's a historian who actually found out that there was a serial killer during World War II. This serial killer's name was Dr. Marcel Petois. And he acted all nice towards people who were trying to, escape the German occupation. He acted like he was going to help these people, and then he killed them. He killed, I believe it was over 150 people, which is really crazy. Now here's a picture of Dr. Petois. Here he is, and just look at his eyes. Tell me when you look into his eyes that it doesn't scream serial killer, or at least crazy person. It does to me. I don't know. I don't know about you, but what he did was he had his victims, before they were killed, he had them write letters to their relatives saying, I'm okay, I escaped France, and I'll be back when everything dies down. And then they were killed, either by being dismembered, being burned, or by lethal gas. So yeah, this is really crazy about what this guy did. I don't know what makes people do this. I don't know. I don't know if it's genetic, or going to that nature-nurture debate. I don't know what it is that makes people do that. Journalist William D. Timaeus had this to say about human nature. You don't really understand human nature unless you know why a child on a merry-go-round will wave at his parents every time around, and why his parents will always wave back. Well, that's all the news that interested me the most from the past couple of days. My name is Newkirk. I still don't have an outro yet, but I will. Peace out.